Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your monthly tarot reading for April 2023. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. All right. Now we're just going to jump right in and look at our first card. We've got a 7 of discs. Okay. So I think you're someone right now who is, you're focused on, you're trying to focus on making the money that you need. Okay. I think we're all focused on that. I think right now there's a lot of effort being put into something and you are waiting for the results. Okay. You're not quite seeing them just yet, and it's almost like this thing is slow to really start bearing fruit. Okay. Let's do our mystery card. Let's put that over there. We're not going to look at it till the end. All right. By the way, if there's anything that I can pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments down below. Okay. So, Libra, I think you're someone who's very good with money. I think that you're able to really assess the situation and, make budget cuts when you need to, tighten your belt when you need to. But you've been working on something that you're really expecting it to grow. You're expecting it to take off and really produce some fruit, but it hasn't yet. Okay, it's coming a little bit slowly right now. Well, let's see if that's going to change as the month progresses. Well, we see an Ace of Wands. I wonder if there's a new idea, if there's some kind of inspiration that you can call upon to kind of light a fire underneath this thing, right? Because this Ace of Wands, it might just be enough to kind of illumine some of these 7 pentacles, see where the problem is, see what kind of fire you can inject into this project, this business, this situation, to get it, kind of wake it up, to get it growing, right? So I feel like you need to draw on your spiritual sources and ask for this fiery inspiration, this new idea, this new innovation, something to stir things up, something to kind of light the way, right? Something different that you could do. A new idea, a new inspiration, right? And I think that might get things started a little bit better. It might kind of, like I said, light a fire underneath all of this and get things growing. But let's see what all of this kind of rests on. Well, okay. Universe or World card. I think it's been this way for a little while. I think that you've been waiting some time now for this really to start bearing fruit. Okay. I think that also this feels like this is your place in the universe. It's like this is where you're meant to be. So why is it not growing faster, right? I feel like you've been doing this kind of dance for a while, like I said, and there's been some delay. I think honestly what we're missing is this spark of fire. This Ace of Wands, to me, so far feels very important. Because I feel like this is the fire, that's the inspiration, that is the kind of new idea, the genius idea that's going to light the way here. Okay. I feel like maybe there's been a little bit of a lack of focus. Not a lack of commitment, but just a lack of kind of narrowing things down to a specific channel. It's maybe you've been kind of trying different things, throwing the kitchen sink in there, and it's just kind of been all over the place. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's change something over here, change something over there. Rather than having this intense laser focus, try one thing, and this Ace of Wands could be that one thing, that one great idea. Focus on that, see where that goes, right? Not focus on this and then 20 other things as well, but try one thing at a time maybe, okay? But I feel like this is where you're meant to be. This is your purpose. This is your place in life, okay? This is right where you're supposed to be. I think that you have received confirmation of that already. And then the Three of Wands here, yeah, that's confirming for me that this is right where you need to be. I think that you've had a tremendous spiritual experience, or what I would call a spiritual experience. You've had this realization of your purpose in life, okay? Maybe through a dream, maybe through a meditation, maybe through just thinking one day, maybe you're eating a sandwich. I feel like it came to you and you understood what you were supposed to do with your life, where you were supposed to be with that world or universe card, your place in the world, but cosmically as well, your place in the universe, right? You got a sense of your direct connection with God, goddess, deity, spirit, universal mind, universal energy, guardian angels, spirit guides, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I think you've had that experience. And I think that it is maybe not a distant memory, but it's something that kind of faded out a little bit as you started working on the actual horizontal world, practical things, right? And I think that's what we need to invoke again with this Ace of Wands. We need to get that feeling again, right? Not because we were unsure of it the first time, or we didn't believe it, or maybe we think it's going to be different now. No, but just to connect again with that energy. And that will give us the inspiration and the motivation to come up with whatever the new idea is, right? To shake things up. So I feel like that experience is very important to you. And again, that could be in meditation, it could be in a dream, it could be through physical activity, it could be through ritual prayer, art, creation, whatever methods you use, or not use, right? Because it's a spontaneous thing a lot of the time, I think, in my opinion. I think it's something you can create, but I think it's something that maybe you weren't looking to create when this past event happened. It wasn't maybe something that you were trying to produce. It's just something that happened. But now with this Ace of Wands, I wonder if you should try to figure out what got it started in the past so that you can kind of recreate that and have that experience again, right? To kind of have the power to make that connection at any time, in theory anyway, right? Let's see what is above the path of the dove here. What is our inspiration, our motivation? Well, I think that you have this, we have a lot of earth energy on the vertical plane, right? On the above and the below, and right here where we are sitting, we have this earth energy. So the Prince of Discs, I think this is someone who has a clear vision of the future of this work, this career, this project, this business, whatever it is. Whatever is represented, really by this Seven of Discs in the middle. You have these really kind of lofty goals for this thing, this work, project. You have a vision of what it is going to look like, of what your world is going to look like, what your kingdom is going to look like, and you're right here in the middle of it, in charge of it all, responsible for it all, doing the work, right? So I think you're really focused on making this successful. It's like you've done the visualization, and you can see yourself in this success with this project or whatever, this thing, bearing fruit. You can feel that this is your place in the world, and you've made it, you've done it, this is it. So this is what you're aspiring to. Now, to get there, we need this fire, we need spirit, right? You have the vision, you have the will and the intention and the commitment. We just need a little bit of that fire. Let's see what the way forward is going to reveal to us. This is the immediate future, but I like to say it's the way forward, right? It's not the guaranteed future. It's not saying this is what's going to happen in, 36 hours from now or something. But this is the way forward, I think. Embracing this energy is what's going to bring this thing some progress, right? We got more fire. Love it. We've got earth here. We've got fire this way. So what we are, usually it's kind of the opposite way, right? We would think of the earth energy being on the horizontal plane, the practical things, right? Earthly success. And in order to do that, we need the influence of spirit from above and from below, right? But above and below, you have that influence from spirit. You have the vision and the will and the commitment, and you know what it is that you're building and where you're going. All we need is the focus on spirit. We need to do the practical things to kind of invoke spirit to get that connection. The way forward is this fire energy, the Queen of Wands. Right? So this brings a little bit of water energy into the reading. Okay. And I think this water energy is a passive reception of that divine energy, right? Of that heavenly grace, that bliss, the divine light, right? The spiritual energy. Being receptive to that. And outwardly having this fiery energy, having this being filled from the inside with this fiery spiritual energy to the point where it is radiating from us. Okay. And the Queen of Wands here is operating with that energy, doing the work with that energy. It's like you literally are going to get fired up and do this work, whatever this Ace of Wands is, this new idea, whatever is going to push this thing forward to bearing fruit. You got to do it while you're in this fiery spiritual trance kind of state. It is, when you get that feeling, you get that fiery energy, that's when you need to start doing the work, right? And I think that is going to push you along. And maybe your rational mind's going to say, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know where this information is coming from, where this impulse is coming from, where these ideas are coming from. But just go with it, right? Be that fire. Let it consume you and push you forward. Now, what is it pushing us toward? Let's move to the path of the serpent now. And this is going to give us what's typically our general energy. But I think this is this is a continuation of the energy. That's what I was going to say. I should have finished talking first. This is a continuation of the fiery energy. So the way forward is through this fire, and then we've got the Emperor, fire energy, the Aries card, right? A lot of good fiery energy. So this is you really being in control of the situation and kind of being this spiritual entity that's just like riding the waves of this fiery trance, and putting all of these things into practice that are in line, that are there for your goals and aspirations. This earth energy that we see here, all of this fire, it's just like you are one just line of fire that's going like that. You have these motivations. It's really, really awesome to look at the cards, and see what you're trying to attain, what you're trying to achieve, what your goals are, and how you get there. Just this fire line burning right through everything. I mean, that's an intensity, that's an inspiration that just won't quit, that can't be extinguished, really. So your general energy becomes this Emperor energy. This, it's almost a permanent state of spiritual ecstasy and enlightenment, right? That is, again, it's all related to this earth energy. It's all for this purpose, right? At least for now, at least in this context, okay? But let's see what your greatest asset is, or what is your, maybe this next card's going to be more the relationship to the environment, right? How are you relating to the environment that you're in? If you are this intense fire now, how does that affect the other people around you, your environment? Lots of change, more earth energy. Fire and earth, that's all we have today so far. Fire and earth. So all of this fire is leading to changes in your physical environment, right? And these are the changes that we're looking for. This is the beginning of this original plant, this original earth energy bearing fruit. Okay. So by all of this fiery energy, we are now acting upon this central pillar of our lives, right? We're starting to make things happen. starting to make things happen. And things are changing, and things are going to change in your physical environment. Things are going to be changing for the people around you. Your resources are going to be changing. Your responsibilities are going to be changing. The amount of work that you're going to be doing is changing, you know? So that's all well and good, but what is the blockage? What is something that's in our way? What is our worry here? The air energy. It's always air. It literally is always air. The Eight of Swords in the position of your fears, worries, and concerns. This really is the ego interfering with the spontaneous spiritual flow of this fire line of spirit, right? The ego, the mind, the intellect starts to say, wait, slow down. Let me figure this out. No, don't do that, right? Because that is going to inhibit progress. That's going to lock things up. As soon as this energy stops and asks why or how, it's done. It's done. And that's why I say you got to ride the wave of this spiritual fire, and don't question it. You may not understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing it, where this information or inspiration is coming from, and that's okay. Don't get so wrapped up in trying to figure out the why or the how that you kind of sabotage things, that you stall things out, that you just, the energy just kind of hits all of this air energy and just disperses, just kind of dissipates, fizzles out, you know? Too much air all at once is going to put that fire out, okay? And that fire has all of this for fuel, all of the earth energy. That's the fuel for the fire, right? So it's not that spirit is creating this practical, successful, like life-enhancing project or business or whatever. It's that this project or business, this intention, this will that you have is creating this fiery spiritual energy, right? It's the other way around. All of this intention on the earth plane, all of this will for you to succeed and build your life and have this plant bear fruit, all of that is fueling your spiritual fire, your spiritual ecstasy, your grace, your blessings, all of that, okay? But you introduce too much thought, too much analysis, too much air, and you're gonna, you're gonna overwhelm that fiery energy, right? Because a fire, yeah, it needs air, it needs oxygen, right, to continue, but too much is going to put the fire out, right? So what is the final outcome? What is the projected long-term outcome of this, provided that we can regulate that air energy? More fiery energy. This is really a fun reading today. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and if this is resonating with you, subscribe. Let me know in the comments that you are a new subscriber, and let me know how this is working out for you, okay? Final card, projected outcome, more fiery energy. This is really an unlimited, this is kind of, it's a little bit of a warning, I think, because you're going to be so charged up with this fire energy that it could get out of hand a little bit. The Knight of Wands, fire on fire. There's nothing regulating it. This is a fire that might rage so much that it burns itself out, right? So this is a little bit of a caution, I think. But this is also a card that says you can accomplish anything. The sky, the heavens really are the limit here. Which is to say that there are no limits, you know? But be careful, because we think that we are kind of in control and we're going with the flow here, but sometimes it's the horse that is carrying us away, that's carrying away the night, okay? Which is kind of, yes, being led by spirit, sure, but if we are not at least holding on tight, we're going to get thrown from this horse, and that's going to hurt, right? So this is it's kind of a mixed bag there, right? That card. It's wonderful potential, unlimited possibilities, but also a caution to really hold on and really slow things down as you need to pull back on those reins a little bit. If that horse starts to get carried away, you know. Let's look at the mystery card, okay? Obviously, we have earth and fire. I'm thinking probably more earth energy, okay? Maybe we're going to see a 9 or a 10 of discs, pentacles, coins, diamonds probably in this case. But there could be a different component here that we're not thinking about. Could be some water energy. We didn't have any. We didn't have any water energy. I don't think air is going to be an issue. I think we've got the air pretty much covered. So I'm thinking that this mystery card is either going to be some really great earth energy, or it's going to be a little bit of water to kind of show us that pleasure, that joy, that satisfaction that we're going to get from all. It's not just all fire and earth, right? It's not just all ambition and creation, and it's going to feel good too, right? Well, there's some more fiery energy. And this is a 4. So this to me has this earth component. So I was sort of right. This has an earth component because of the 4. But this is the fiery. This is taking this fiery energy. This is taking spirit and manifesting it, right? This is taking what's above, bringing it down below. This is taking what is abstract, theoretical, bringing it down concrete, practical. Okay? This is bringing something subtle to something manifested. Is bringing all of this fiery energy back into the earth. We said it was the earth, right, at the beginning. The earth that is creating all of this spirit, all of this fire. Okay? And that would be kind of a circling of the square. But here we have a squaring of the circle, right? We have this fiery energy brought into the number 4 energy. Okay? So we're taking all of this spiritual fire and we're consolidating it. It's manifesting in this work, in this project, in this plant that we are trying to grow and cause to bear fruit. This is going to be a very successful month for you, Libra. I think April is going to really be an amazing, amazing month for you, and I'm very excited for what you've got going on. Again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me some comments, let me know if this is resonating with you, and maybe share a little bit about the work that you're doing. I would love to hear about what this project really is for you and what this is kind of, what this feels like for you. Okay. We are going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, please click on the link that's right up here, and you can have access to all of the extended readings for all of the weekly, monthly videos for all signs. Okay. This was your monthly reading for April 2023 on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Yeah, that was cool.